What's up, everyone? What a day again in the market. Geez, this meltdown. Wowzers. I wasn't expecting price to get this low, but here we are. So, just another quick recap at the desk. I had a couple trades this morning. As soon as I was up, I decided to call it quits and not try and chase this volatility. Is just wild. So let's just get into what I was looking at in the morning when I got to the desk, and we'll just cover the two trades. We'll make it quick. It's Friday. I want to be done and get out of here too. So let's just go over the charts. So coming to the charts this morning, you can see we have obviously this sell-off yesterday, or sorry, the day before on Wednesday, and then price chops around here, and then again yesterday into the New York session we get this push. Slide down, push higher, and then same thing down again. Into the overnight, I was curious looking at shorts, wondering, is there a possibility for a move? There's a bunch of orders sitting at 52.35 or something like that, like 1,000 orders on Bookmap. So I was just curious about that. And as you can see, it was just chop. Nobody seemed to gain control. Sellers gained some control here. Heading into the London Open, we get a push higher back above the start of day VWAP, and then sellers just grind them out again, and then here, boom, is when China imposed, I think it was, they added a whole bunch of more tariffs to the U.S., and that just tanked the market. So looking at this chart, I'm only looking at shorts. I'm not interested in longs. There's going to be longs that are going to work out, but it's not for me. The volatility is going to be, it's going to be something else. And you can see as we get into the trades and just the size of the opening range itself. Let's get into the trades. So for me, it was basically, I had two trades, one loser, one winner. We had a 75-point opening range, which on average is usually about 20 points. So almost four times the size is average. What that's going to tell me is to have, a very big stop and a size right down. So I'm looking at shorts. As you can see, price opens, sellers take control, buyers try to regain it. We kind of chop around here, and then we get this break of the New York VWAP to the downside again. And the second candle, I decide to enter, as now we have a bearish candle opening below the New York VWAP. I'm short two micros. I got a 30-point stop, which is massive. Puts me at $300 of risk, which was the max risk I wanted to take on this trade. I want to have max risk of about $500 a day. And 300 was the upper end of leaving me room to have a second trade. So we get into this trade. I got this 30-point stop. My stop should have been up here probably, and I should have went in one micro. Would have given me some more room for this idea to play out. And as soon as I enter, here we go. We get these break back above the New York VWAP. I should have probably closed on this bullish candle, as you see 1, 2. Like, this is telling me the buyers are trying to do something here, and I don't know if I want to be in this trade. And instead, I stick to my guns and I get stopped out. I'm down 310 on that trade. I'm not upset. It is what it is. I could have had a bigger stop and one micro, and I would have been fine. But I'm happy that I chose $300 my max risk. I stuck to it. I stayed true to myself. I respected my rules. And as price pulls back down, I still want to be short. This was more of a little bit of a fake out. And I'm watching here as price just chops around here, chops around here, chops around here. I get short after this third candle closes, as the buyers are just failing to get back above this New York VWAP. I can see on the CVD on Bookmap, it's steadily declining to the downside, which is telling me the sellers are putting on orders faster than the buyers can fill them. And what happens? Boom, we get a push down. And as price comes down, we take the opening range low. We come here, we chop for a minute. And what I did this time was, instead of having 2 micro stop and then trail my stop aggressively, I did single stops, one for each micro, and I trailed them down and I had them here. And as we take this price here, I trail one down to here, because now I'm at basically got the loss back on the day, and I want to make sure I maximize my gains on trades like this when you have this volatility, because this could easily, and I'll show you, we'll look at the chart later on, you get 30-point candles, 1-minute candles. So I could have easily have had my stop here, gotten stopped out, and still carried that loss into the weekend. So basically, price comes back, takes my first stop out. I have my second stop up here, takes a second stop out. I finished the day plus 332. So it's basically a $15 win on the day, which for me, I'm fine with this volatility. This was a mistake, a new trader mistake, and I was able to correct the mistake and not try and get greedy and go for more. You'd look at this and you'd be like, hey, you could have took this all the way down to here. You left this money on the table. Well, I'll tell you what would have happened, exactly how I would have handled the trade. Price would have come down. I would have been kicking myself that I didn't take the profits here. Price would have pushed back up to the opening range low. I would have thought, hey, this is going to come back into the range. We could come back up to New York VWAP. I'm going to give all my profits back. And I would have closed the trade here, giving back even more profits. And I would have been down on the day still. So to finish the day green, $15 is more important than trying to catch this move. There'll be plenty of moves. I survived a week of crazy volatility in the market. I'm up $900. I can't complain. End of story. That's how I trade, and that's how personally why I managed the trade this way and why I'm feeling as good as I am right now about the way I managed the trade. So, you can he-shay, cry all you want, whatever you want to say about this. I'm good with it. I'm happy. I'm content. That's all that matters. It's my money I'm trading. And basically, we'll have a look at let's have a quick look here at the chart itself the rest of the day. And let's just see what happened. Like, hi-ya, like this is just crazy, right? I got in on this move. I cashed out here, and you could have seen, am I upset? I could have doubled my profits. Nah, I'm fine with it. That would have actually even put me close to a payout on this account, but you know what? I'm good with it. I'm 100% content with it. And then look at this. Look at this push back up. This was on news. I believe Vietnam was going to drop all their tariffs with the U.S. And I believe Nike has 50,000 employees in Vietnam. So that was a big, big, big deal. And that pushed the market higher for a moment. And then look, slide back down. And then Chop City, slide again. So there's some moves and some trades to catch. But like some of these candles, like that is... Oh my God, 40-point candle. If you're short and you have your stop somewhere, you're getting roasted, smoked. So, in these volatile days, as a new trader, I would just, if you get a winning day and you're up green, just get out of the market. It's Friday, and I'd top it off. It is Friday, so go enjoy the day, right? And we'll have a quick look at the calendar, and then here we are. Basically, there's my week. I had this losing day on Tuesday that I was able to get back most of the loss, which I'm okay with. I had a great day Wednesday, and spilled over into the Wednesday overnight session, which I was wanting to show on my Thursday P&L because I didn't trade yesterday. But anyways, there was a trade in here, $600 trade in the overnight session that I thought would have came on this side, and so that. And then we have the two trades, and I'm up. It says here 22.5, but it's with the commissions and everything. I think it worked out to $15 on the Tradeify dashboard. But finishing the week up 940. I'm okay with it. I'm good. That's what I want to see, green, right? And I got one red day, so all in all, looking forward to the weekend, enjoying some time with the family. I'm going to spend some no time on the charts, but I will be working on some YouTube content for sure. I want to get some more information out about Project X, Top One, futures, and and that's all she wrote. So, comment below. I'd love some feedback. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys all Monday.